Hi everyone, my name is Richard Pena Gomez, and today I will be presenting with Tatiana Harris and Brian Gutierrez. Our topic is called Changing Hybrid Work Models at Amazon, Meta, and Goldman Sachs. Ever since the pandemic, the way people work has changed a lot. Companies have had to rethink whether remote work, hybrid setups, or in person models are the most effective, and many are now reevaluating these choices. We're going to walk you through how three major companies, Amazon, Meta, and Goldman, are shifting back to in person work and what that means for the future of business operations, cost, and productivity. After COVID-19, many companies adopted remote or hybrid work models, but recently, some companies like Amazon, Meta, and Goldman have started pushing employees back into the office. Each company has its own reason for doing this. Amazon believes in-person work improves collaboration and innovation. Meta is using it to increase accountability and improve efficiency. And Goldman Sachs sees office work as key to maintaining its culture and mentoring junior staff. This return to the office trend is happening in a lot of industries. While remote work isn't going away, it's clear that many companies are rethinking how work gets done and trying to find the right balance between flexibility and performance. At the start of the pandemic, remote work became the new normal almost overnight. Companies were quick to adopt hybrid models that saved money and gave employees more flexibility. But now, a shift is happening again. Over the past year, companies like Amazon, Meta, and Goldman have started bringing people back into the office. You may be wondering why. This is because there are growing concerns about engagement, team collaboration, and how aligned employees are with company goals. These companies are rethinking the role of office space, not just as cost, but as a way to improve teamwork and results. That's why more companies across different industries are bringing employees back into the office more often. Amazon's approach to return to office is centered on collaboration. They now require employees to be in the office 3 days out of the week, especially for teams working on complex projects or for newer staff who need in-person mentorship. Some employees have raised concerns about the impact on work-life balance and really long commutes. But Amazon is sticking to the policy and is even tracking attendance to hold people accountable. From Amazon's perspective, being physically together leads to faster innovation and better results. And they believe the benefits are more important than
I want to highlight two big names, Meta and Goldman Sachs, and how they're each approaching the return to office in very different ways. Let's start with Meta. You might know it better as Facebook. After promoting remote work and hiring remote first employees, they've now shifted back, asking people to work in office at least 3 days a week. Why the shift? Simple. It's tied to restructuring, layoffs, and cutting costs. According to CNBC's Rodriguez, Meta's leadership is trying to boost efficiency, ad revenues down, metaverse investments are high, and they're trying to get leaner. They see in person work as a way to tighten operations and improve collaboration across teams worldwide. Now, let's take a look at Goldman Sachs. Goldman's been pushing for in office work since the early days of the pandemic. CEO David Solomon called remote work, quote, an aberration, and says mentorship, culture, and teamwork work best face to face. Their model, nearly full time office attendance. They believe in person work helps junior employees grow, speeds up decision making, and keeps the company sharp. Even though there's some resistance, especially from those long commutes or caregiving needs, Goldman's sticking to their position. So, what does this tell us? Two different industries, two different strategies. But the return to office isn't random, it's intentional. Meta is using it to control costs and improve performance. Goldman Sachs is using it to preserve company culture and long term development. Either way, return to office plans are about more than just space. They're strategic moves shaped by leadership, business goals, and future vision. Let's take a quick look at the bigger picture. This chart shows U.S. office occupancy rates by industry between 2023 and 2025. What's the trend? Across the board, tech, finance, healthcare, and legal, we're seeing a clear increase in office attendance, even in industries like tech, which embraced remote first models early on. There's now a slow but steady return to physical office space. According to Castle Systems, this rebound is happening despite ongoing debates over remote flexibility, productivity, and employee satisfaction. So clearly, companies are leaning back into structured in person models, whether for performance, oversight, or culture. So, what's that driving shift? A lot of it boils down to productivity and cost. Remote work does come with benefits. It boosts individual focus and saves on office space costs. But on the flip side, companies are also seeing issues. Team collaboration suffers, knowledge sharing takes a hit, and innovation, especially in fast-moving industries, slows down without those in-person sparks. And let's not forget about the hidden costs. Misalignment, disengagement, gaps in training and onboarding. These things quietly chip away at long-term success. That's why more companies are saying, yes, remote can work, but when we're talking about high performance, strong culture, and alignment, in person still matters. So let's pull it all together. We looked at Meta shifting to in office to cut cost and refocus performance. We saw Goldman Sachs standing firm on culture, mentorship, and long term growth. We explored rising occupancy trends across industries, not just headlines. And we dove into the real world trade offs between remote flexibility and sustained efficiency. Bottom line, this return to office isn't just about desks and buildings, it's about how leadership sees the future. Aligned teams, shared knowledge, and optimized performance in a world that's still evolving fast. Thank you for your time.